Hello, I'm Gregg Schaefer. I'm the Senior Director of Industrial Innovation here at Wesco Anixter, and I'm here to talk about successful business experiences with two of our partners, Foghorn, who's a developer of video analytics in Sunnyvale, California, and Advantech. We're here to talk about smart automation in the manufacturing space, including artificial intelligence. But what is smart automation? It combines the deep understanding of the workflow of the operation and allows for actions to be applied if pre-configured limits are exceeded. To visualize this, I've pasted two pictures over on the right. The first one shows automated video recording based on motion in the field of view. The second one shows smart automation using an IR camera and artificial intelligence to detect subject temperature. What really makes this smart is the workflow that follows. More on this in a few minutes. Why should we implement artificial intelligence systems for health and safety? Workers are frightened about going back to work and concerned about others who may not be as vigilant as them. But there are many other reasons for health and safety solutions to be implemented. Health and safety is good business. Managers want to keep products flowing out the door, and they know that injuries or illness is expensive. How many times have you seen the sign on the wall that tells you how many days have passed since an event happened? OSHA estimates that businesses pay almost $1 billion per week in workers' compensation claims. Why should we implement IoT systems for health and safety? Because there's plenty of challenges, and organizations need to adapt, reimagine and reinvent their products, services, and delivery models. They need new capabilities, processes, and technologies. And the solutions that at their hand are thermal and PPE detection, people tracking analytics, proximity alerts, microservices, streaming analytics, and cloud interoperability. The results we can expect are reduced worker illness, reduced accidents, increased productivity, and we're preparing for new OSHA requirements that are coming down the pike. The other results you can expect are hopefully increased plant output. So let's talk about Anixter's IoT health and safety solution. It's an out-of-the-box, pre-configured artificial intelligence edge package. It's got pre-configured use case specific machine learning, calibration options to tune solutions to each customer's environment, and provides text and alerts upon exceptions that are detected by the application. So here's how it works. We have a simple out-of-the-box video solution that helps to ensure health and safety through automated monitoring. We use common data sources, which are cameras, that are RGB or infrared in nature, that also have audio capabilities and more. We use common computing edge solutions, and we're able to publish emails and alerts to dashboard applications based on those artificial intelligence pre-configured limits being exceeded. So here's the 4 use cases included in our IoT health and safety package. First, we have elevated temperature and monitoring. By using an IR camera and focusing the lens on pupils, we get the most accurate reading of the person's elevated temperature. Secondly, we have mask detection monitoring. If a mask is not detected in the facial area, then an alarm and alert will be sent to the attendant for further action. Third, we have cough detection monitoring. Using standard cameras, we use the audio input and as well the video to detect a coughing action or a coughing noise. The fourth use case is social distance monitoring. Again, with a standard camera, the video is sent to the edge device and looks at all the persons in the field of view and detects if they're too close. If they are, then an email or a text is sent to the attendant for further action. So what are the benefits of Anixter's IoT health and safety solution? First of all, it's flexible. You can choose the solutions that you want. If you don't want all 4 of them, you don't have to run them. It's customizable. You can tune your machine to not only do the 4 health and safety use cases, but you can add other features, other actionable features, like access to door lock systems. And it's integrated. It's built on a common artificial intelligence platform for enterprise scalability. Here's an example of the workflow that I mentioned earlier in the presentation. This is the attended building entrance. We're measuring body temperature and detecting if the mask is on or off. Person approaches check-in. They're scanned for the mask presence. They're also scanned for body temperature. If the mask is on and the temperature is okay, the dashboard instructs the person to proceed. If the mask is off and the temperature is okay, the attendant instructs the person to wear a mask or go get a mask. Company decided policy. The person puts the mask on and is allowed to enter. If the mask is on but the temperature is high, the dashboard instructs the person to wait for a temperature measurement by an attendant. Then the attendant measures the temperature. If it's determined to be okay, the person is allowed to enter. If it's not okay, the attendant follows company health and safety policies for the identified person. If the mask is off and the temperature is high, the dashboard attendant instructs the person to wear a mask and wait for a temperature measurement by an attendant. The person puts the mask on, and the attendant measures the temperature of the person with the handheld. If the temp's okay, the person can enter. If it's not okay, follow company health and safety procedures. All of these actions are decisions that are made by a machine. It's not by a person. Therefore, the cost savings and the benefit is not having to hire as many of those people as you would have had to without this application. So what does the schematic look like as far as the equipment goes? First, we have the cameras. In this case, we've got a Bosch 8503 megapixel camera connected to an Advantech chassis-mounted Ethernet switch. We also have the Advantech Mix 770 series edge computing device that's capable of running all the analytics provided by Foghorn. The IR camera we're using in this scenario is the Silent Sentinel. And of course, standard monitors for both the floor and entrance locations to inform employees that they've either exceeded a limit or they haven't. So here's a screenshot of the attendant who's monitoring temperature for workers entering the building. As you can see, there's very specific instructions as to what to do if the person is measured with a high temperature. Here's a screenshot of a person who's been determined to have an elevated temperature. The attendant who's looking at this screenshot clearly knows that the person has exceeded the limits and something else needs to happen next. In this workflow analysis, we're looking at distance and cough detection. The places that you would apply such a use case would be a floor, a loading dock, possibly a cafeteria, maybe even an elevator lobby. In the social distance monitoring, people are detected and the distance between them is measured. If the distance is okay, there's no alerts present. And this would be displayed on a monitor facing the employees. If the distance is too close, the dashboard instructs people to separate. In the second use case, the audio feed is sent to the edge device to measure the frequency of the cough and as well the amplitude. If coughs are detected and the rate is determined to be too high, then an alert is sent to the attendant. Here we see a schematic for an unattended location using Advantech connectivity. Notice that the Advantech 770 is no longer in a standard 19-inch rack mount enclosure or cabinet. It's located in a panel location often seen on the floor of a manufacturing facility. We also have an industrial switch that's the Advantech EKI 7700 series and connects the attendant laptop, the cameras, provides power over Ethernet to both of those devices, and then provides an HDMI connection over to a monitor facing the employees. Here's a screenshot of the dashboard that would be facing employees if they were too close in distance or if they were okay in distance. Notice that the persons highlighted in red are too close, and the persons that are at the right distance are highlighted in green. Again, we have a social distance monitor facing the employees showing this screenshot. It's the same application, but just in a different location. What are the challenges of operationalizing health and safety? Well, first, how do you monitor compliance? And how can students and employees return back to work safely? Are employees or students sick when they enter the building? Is PPE being used effectively? How do you put policies and procedures into place? Where do we go from here? What kind of support can we offer you to get one of these systems implemented? The TSS, or the Technology Support Services Organization within Anixter, is here to help you. This team can architect the right solution for you. The phone numbers are below, and the email is also below, and we hope to hear from you soon.